I think we didn't play as well as we should have in the first half. I think we kind of lost focus on the defensive end, didn't have a lot of energy, and that's how they got up early. But I think second half we kind of locked back in, took a little bit more focus and more attention to detail. And I think so. I think it was just an average game for us.
Ed, it seemed like you were attacking early. Was that a point of emphasis for you coming into this one?
No, not really. Just learning when to attack now. Just trying to get more mature in my game and letting the game come to me more.
Ed, a lot of turnovers in this game, 15 for you guys. They scored 18 off turnovers. How much of that was you guys making just careless passes versus them pressuring you into making tough decisions?
That was just us doing careless stuff. Like for me, traveling 2 times and just doing just a lot of careless passes. That's what it really was. It wasn't because of the pressure. Could be a little us having a week off also against not playing against another opponent. We just have to clean that up.
Trey, do you agree that it was just some ill-advised passes and mistakes that are not normal?
Yeah. I mean, a couple of times we had open fast breaks and we just couldn't grab the ball. So, like Ed said, not playing anybody for a week and stuff like that, that could take a toll.
Missing the front end of the front end. I think we were only up about 3, I think, at the time, or I can't remember. So that was a tough one. But as long as we played defense, we knew we'd be fine. As long as we didn't turn it over, we knew eventually we were going to make our free throws.
Yeah, pretty much what he said. Like, despite the missed free throws, we knew if we did what we had to do on the defensive end, we can get a stop, and then they would have to foul again, and we'd be right back at it. So.
Trey, when opposing teams come out and play like a classic lineup with 2 bigs, like 2 true post players, do you feel like that puts you personally at an advantage on the offensive end?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, playing the stretch 4, I'll come across a lot of mismatches. So I think it does definitely put me in an advantage offensively when they do 2 standard bigs.
Trey, I wonder if you could comment on how you felt Rashid and the big guys played against John Collins. That's a tough matchup there. It seems like he was held in check, especially at times down the stretch.
Yeah, I think Rashid did a very good job on Collins. I think, Collins went 6 for 19, and I know, some of those were shots that he usually makes, but just Sheed's presence and, him just being strong down there doing the dirty work, he kind of threw him off his game a little bit. And, the rest of the bigs followed Sheed's lead. And I think, so our bigs did a pretty decent job today.
Ed, they made 5 3-pointers in the first half, but then went 0 for 12 in the second half. Did you guys make any adjustments on the perimeter, or just kind of stuck to what you always do?
No, we had to make an adjustment. Crawford came out hitting a couple, more because we felt he was more of a driver, but he showed he can do both. So we just had to close our harder and play harder on defense. So that was our emphasis coming out the second half, was just making sure we were playing way harder. We wasn't giving no energy or anything out there.
Ed, obviously, you guys are 9-2. The record is fine. You've won some close games. You've won some tough games down the stretch. Do you guys feel like this thing is clicking? Do you feel like you're playing good basketball right now, or do you feel like something's off?
I feel like something may be off, but at times you can see we're clicking like a couple of possessions back to back. We're just not. It's not like through a whole half. It's just like in spurts. So like we still have to figure out what's going on. I know we all gel well, so I don't know. We still getting better every day. So that's the thing we need to work on though.
Trey, earlier in your career, you were on some teams that would have the same thing early in the year, where you weren't maybe clicking and you lose close games. Is it a good sign to you that this team is figuring out ways to win those close games, even though you're maybe not playing your best?
Yeah, it just shows, even when we're not on top of our game, we can still close games. So I think that's a good sign and a good feeling for us to know that we're capable of doing that. But, we just don't want to keep putting ourselves in these situations because, sometimes we might have to take one on the chin and take an L, but we don't want to do that. So I think, we just got to lock in more from the beginning of the game so we don't have to go through that.